Yes, boss. You see the topic, man. It's harder to manipulate a person when they have their stuff together. If you never heard that before, I'm going to break it down for you, right? Manipulation is a tool that narcissists mainly use, or people with like narcissist-like tendencies. But manipulation is just a tool that's mainly used to control a person, right? Now, in order for a person to manipulate you, they have to understand you, study you, know your situation, try and see what type of hole or void that you need in your life that needs to be filled. You get what I'm saying? That's how they can find their way in or force their way in and start the manipulation. But here's the deal. Manipulation doesn't really work that well, or it's very hard to work when you have your stuff together. So here's the deal. Example, there are people who will try and use worldly stuff or material things to manipulate a person. Give you an example, right? You ever seen how there's some dudes who will dangle money over a female, and it's like, oh, the female jumps all over him because he has money? That's his tool and form of manipulation. If he doesn't have that dollar anymore, if he doesn't have that money, guess what? The manipulation no longer can work. But he was able to understand and find out, yo, this female has a weakness for money. And that probably stems from either something in childhood or something. You feel me? But you have a weakness. You have a hole that needs to be filled. I found a void within you. I can manipulate you with money. You get what I'm saying? So here's the deal. It's either you boss yourself up so that can't happen to you, or you learn how to work hard or how to do things on your own. But you have to understand that there are some people in life that they're codependent, right? And when you're codependent, that means that you're needing of other people. That's why you have to be independent. You feel me? When you're an independent person, you don't need people. People who come along, you come along. But at the end of the day, I don't need you. Because why? I'm independent. I'm not codependent. Therefore, when I'm independent, you can't really manipulate me like that. Make sense? So go a little bit deeper into the subject, right? Manipulation can go far, especially if a person sees and knows you have something that they want. So they're going to try and go their hardest to find that void or study you to see how they can get up on you, get close to you, and fill that shit. You get what I'm saying? So, example, let's say you're a person who's an A&R, right? But you have relationship issues. You're like lonely, like you need like a boyfriend or something, right? Then this dude comes along and tries to, finesse you and talk with you, and then he finds out you're an A&R, and deep down he's a rapper. So what he's going to try and do is he's going to go ahead and play on your emotions and try and get in close with you, make you feel comfortable so he can get the access of what it is that he needs. So if I'm going to play on your emotions and manipulate you, the best thing I can ever try and do is to get real close to you, get something about you, or have something that I can either hold over your head or something, but I have to get in with you and build some time with you. If I can't get something from you, then I'm going to have to play like the blackmail manipulation game of trying to hold something over your head or trying to screw you over so you can conform to me through my manipulation. You get what I'm saying? So manipulation, you have to understand, is a dirty game. It's a dirty tactic. It's a dirty tool. It goes very far. Narcissists really love to use it, and they abuse the hell out of it. But you have to understand that just because you're independent, well, financially wise or whatever you want to call it, doesn't mean you can't get manipulated. You have to be both book smart and street smart. You have to understand and ask yourself why. Why does this person always want to be around me? Why does this person always try to insert themselves, or why are they so forceful? Why do they have this thick energy about them? Like, you get what I'm saying? You have to understand and peep the vibe and the settings, peep the tone, you feel me? There are people who come with hidden agendas, and if they can execute their agendas, then guess what? They're going to go ahead and fulfill that shit, you feel me? Because at the end of the day, they see that you have something it is that they want. They want it. You're probably not going to give it over to them, so they're going to try and finesse you, swindle you, manipulate you, into getting what it is that they want. And it's just a dirty game because that's just how life is. People who do things like that, they're in like a poverty mindset. But not only that, it's like a parasite type of thing. You feel me? And if you don't know what a parasite is, I'm going to explain that to you, right? A parasite, if you understand like insects and all of these little other extra little crap, whatever, you feel me? A parasite needs a host, you feel me? Once a parasite has a host, then a parasite can take control, you feel me? Take over, run the show, you feel me? So that's like a form of manipulation. If I can manipulate you, then I can take over and get whatever it is that I want up out of you. You feel me? And some people look at it as there's nothing wrong. You are probably stupid. You let me finesse you. And some people, they don't even go as far or think as deep as to saying, yo, what I did was dirty or grimy. You have to understand that, as I stated before, people have an end goal. And if they can manipulate you and get what it is that they want up out of you, they're going to do it. You have to understand that in the world that we live in, as time goes on, the quality of people are changing. There aren't a lot of people who have like a lot of morals and principles. There are a lot of people who don't have dignity, dog. They just see something and they want it. That's why I said poverty has done something to people. And I've stated that numerous of times. Once a person has gone through poverty or is in a poverty mindset, all they know is to take. They don't know nothing about giving. They don't know how to stop. They don't know anything about boundaries. They're going to cross boundaries to get what it is that they want. Because by them crossing boundaries, they're going to get a little bit closer to what it is that they need. So you have to understand that there's a lot of things that comes with manipulation and why people do it. But you have to always remember this, especially as an empath. Anybody that wants to manipulate you, it's never for any good reason, dog. If I have to manipulate you, chances are I don't believe in myself and what it is that I need to get it on my own, so I need to get it from you. You feel me? And that's where when people try and figure out a weak spot or a weakness, they'll try and exploit that. Like, oh, I think this person pussy. Let me see if I could put force on them. You get what I'm saying? That's some stuff people will do with manipulation. Oh, let me see if I could figure out this person's secrets. Oh, they don't want this secret to get out. Hey, I figured out the secret. It's either you do this, that, and the third, or I'm going to tell people. People take manipulation to a very far game. And those are the same people that hide behind raps and act like they're saints, act like everything is kosher, everything is Gucci. I don't do that type of stuff. Oh, you try to manipulate that person? Oh, you're dirty. They're a dirty individual. But they don't know that their time is coming. When you play these type of games of manipulation and doing like dirty things in the dark, eventually you're going to get caught for it. You feel me? You just don't know when you're going to get caught for it. You feel me? Some people just get good at the manipulation game and they just keep it rolling. You feel me? Until they get caught. And even at that time, there are some people, they don't stop then. It's like it takes like a severe situation to like take place for them to be like, you know what, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop the manipulation. You feel me? But all in all, once you have your stuff together, knowing and understanding people, their behaviors, certain little things, then you'll be able to avoid the manipulation game. But the only way a person will be able to manipulate you, like I stated, is if you're needing a void that needs to be filled, you're a little weak in the area. That's the only way that manipulation really works, dog. Manipulation is something that only works when you're weak. Like, you gotta be like a little tender, you feel me? Like, you still need more experience in the world. But I'm telling you this right now, manipulation goes far. So never underestimate manipulation, narcissism, what people are willing to do. If a person can get something up out of you, then they're going to do it. If they've gotten it one time, then they're going to try and see if they can get it a second time. If they've gotten it a second time, then they're going to see how long they can keep that rolling. Even if the game stops and they're going to see if they can still try it. Just some people are just bold like that. You feel me? But at the end of the day, you just have to remember these little rules, and that'll save you in life, bro. Because manipulation is not fun. And if you've been manipulated before, you know that it's not a good thing. You feel me? There are a lot of people who've been manipulated before. A lot of people. You see it in hip-hop. how some of these rappers get manipulated from young, groomed into the industry, and then, you feel me, they end up in P. Diddy situations, P. Diddy taking advantage of them. It's a lot of people who've been manipulated and groomed before, dog, in some type of way, in different forms of way. It goes far, dog. But you have to understand and recognize the patterns of manipulation and just don't go down that route. You feel me? With that being said, remember this. Words can help you. They can hurt you. But here on my channel, I use them to uplift you because everybody's a champion. Nobody's a loser, man. It's your boy 440 for the world. Peace.